Hey, this is Eric with Painting Business Pro, making a quick video all about the Painting Business Pro course so you can decide if this is going to help you with your business. And I'm almost certain that it will, and I think you'll be pretty certain by the end of this short video as well. So, a little background on me. I've been in the painting business for over 15 years. I'm the founder of National Painting Group. We operate these 4 painting companies: Foothills, Imperial, Elkhorn, and Michigan. We did about 7.5 million in revenue in 2020, up from about 5.8 million in 2019. And obviously that's during a pandemic, so we're rocking. Next year we'll be growing again quite a bit. So I actually run painting companies. I practice what I preach. I started Painting Business Pro in 2013. I have over 2,000 members in the Painting Business Pro course. Tons of people follow and watch my videos on YouTube, visit the website, get the emails, and we've really become a leader in training painting contractors on the business side of things. I also co-own Painter Choice, where we've delivered 75,000 leads to our contractors who have generated over $100 million in revenue since 2013. And if you get to know me, what I'm really all about is creating a new kind of business owner and improving the trades. I think there's a lot of room to improve. I think being a business owner has incredible opportunities, but most business owners are not growing as fast as they want, making as much money as they want, and they're working more than they want. And so what I'm all about is teaching people how to build a business in a really smart and strategic way so that you can experience all the benefits of entrepreneurship, like controlling your income and controlling your time, and building a really great business that your employees and your customers love and appreciate. And then personally, I live in Colorado. I've got my wife Josephine. We have a 1-year-old daughter, and my dog Decker, who's laying next to me right now in the office. Born and raised in Fort Collins, Colorado, and love to travel when we don't have a pandemic on our hands. So I want to start by just showing you a whole bunch of case studies and success stories. So Bruce Burns didn't have a background in painting, started with his brother, had a little painting experience, did $500K in their first year, $1 million in their second year, and they're just starting to really hire their team. Chad Simmons, he's posting a ton about all the success he's been having, but he's on track for $450K by the end of his second year. Doing really well, and just quit his corporate job this year and bought his mom a new truck. So just follow the course. This shit works. Roderick Richardson, he did $1 million in business in his second year doing a ton of commercial contracts. So he used the Painting Business Pro course and what I teach in it and applied it to commercial work. So this is a $300,000 contract he signed in July this year, and then on the job got another $75K added. Jeff Girard, he actually bought my course in 2017. Here's his review. Super happy with the course. I bought it just maybe to learn a few new tricks. So he was already in the painting business, so it made a huge difference for him right away. And now this year he had a $63,000 week. This was probably in about May, and 22 weeks ago. Yeah, probably about May, maybe April. So we're in a pandemic and still closing $63,000 in a week. So he's easily doing over $1 million a year now. Ron Bowen, incredible story. He was stuck at $250,000 a year in business for like 12 years. Then he got this course, did 1.6 million the very next year. And what you'll see in these posts, he was at 1.9 million in sales by June 2020. He finished over 3 million, and he just opened Dallas and one other location in Maryland, and just hit his first $100,000 week this year. Incredible success story there. He bought his dream car. He bought a G-Wagon and a Jag. And he's working about 10 hours a week managing managers, which is what I teach. Seth was a painter. He was doing painting. He couldn't pay his bills. He was making $11 an hour. This is his testimonial here. But since he got the course and started his own business, he's still doing the painting himself, but he's making a whole lot more money, so much that he paid off all of their credit card debt, and they're getting their bills paid up for a year. So he's pretty new to the course. Really happy for Seth. Daniel's in Australia. He's crushing. He's over $500,000 a year now, and he's starting to hire a team because he has more leads than he knows what to do with. Patrick, he's been in business a while. He got the course, raised his prices to what I suggest, and then made the changes to a sales process. Now his sales rate has gone higher, and he's the higher bid. So making a ton more money. Juan's an awesome story. He bought my course way back in 2013 when it was not nearly as good of a program, but he bought it in 2013 as a subcontractor. He was doing about $100,000 in business a year. First year after getting the course, $300,000, then $700,000, then $1.3 million. Then he started and grew a roofing company to over $1 million a year. Last I talked to him a year ago, he had bought 14 apartment units and was getting ready for retirement. This is his post about it from 2017. This is what he was doing. back in 2017 and has grown a ton since. He's even made a little video for me there. Abraham Morales, 23 years old. These are his achievements so far since starting the business. Paid off his parents' house, bought his house, bought a 2015 Land Rover LR4 with 20K down, and bought her mom its dream car. Beyond grateful, all I've done is stay true to the advice through the course. 21 years old, Jack, $5,000 in profit per month in his first 2 months. First 2 months, 40K in sales, 10K profit. Thanks to the awesome community. And our community is awesome. James Dawson, he's 28 years old. Started in March at the very beginning of the pandemic. His first 4 months, 96,000 in sales, $37,000 in profit. Mason Marquis, Spraytex Painting in Dallas. He's about 25 years old. He's doing over $1 million $1 million a year in business now. He's building his team. He's kicking ass. He hired a sales guy this year, and a sales guy did $48,000 in 1 week. He made $35,000 profit in 1 month in May during the pandemic, and he thought June would be even bigger, so he's crushing it. I've done a couple videos with Mason if you want to see those on YouTube. Forrest, $600,000 in sales in year 1. Sold. 500K produced, 150K profit. Goal for year 2 is $1 million. Joey's landing huge jobs. He's on a 40K project, just landed a 100K project following using the Painting Business Pro course. Patrick's Painting Patrick's Painting sales wins as a high bid. So he sold $100,000 by April, on pace for $400,000 in year 2. He's winning the bids being the high price. James, not the cheap guy. I just got my first. You weren't the cheapest, but you made the best impression, because that's what it's all about. It's about trust and your impression. Squared Away Painting did 45 jobs in their first 6 months following the course. Brandon Griffin has just done, there's some really cool stuff about him. This is really what it's all about. But down here you'll see, I also have had more free time with my wife and 2-year-old son. Today's our anniversary, and I just bought her the wedding ring of her dreams. Bought the course, already proving to be one of the best business decisions I've ever made. And he's just kicking. So this is the stuff it's all about for me. So that's why I like to highlight that one. Adam Brown, switching and utilizing subcontractors the way I teach, it was a game changer for him. Easiest money he's ever made. These are just a few quotes from this testimonial here, but he's switching to basically only subcontractors because it's not even comparable to how much easier it's been for him to run and grow his business. Evan Kaiser is 19 years old, out in Nebraska. He booked 2 jobs on his very first day. He said, Eric, I used the script and the sales process on my first 2 jobs, got a signature in 25% same day as the estimate, and then calls me a genius, which I don't agree with. I just have had a lot of great coaches, and so I'm passing on what I've learned. Dan Pemberton, he's in ISP sales, internet service provider sales, and he said, quote, which is down here, I work for an ISP in sales today, selling to major companies and government. The company spends stupid money to train people, but it is not nearly as focused or effective as what you provide in the course. Jesse Vowles, $83,000 in 1 month in his first year. Said the course is worth every penny, on track to outdo that $83,000 in August and September. Super excited for him. And by the way, that's his first year in Idaho during a pandemic. He built his business up to $83,000 a month. Come on. Yolanda Scott went from a massage therapist to a painting contractor. She made more money on her first job than she used to make in a whole week as a massage therapist. And what you see here is basically she's raised her prices, won more bids after raising her prices, and has gone into commercial painting. Anthony, making $1,000 extra per project. He basically raised his prices after I told him and applied the sales techniques, and instantly making $1,000 extra per project. Tim, yeah, I've never been so excited about my future in my life. This is just a long one I'm not going to get into, but it says to read it. Read this, so awesome. Never been so excited. Yeah, I mean, he's just doing really well. And then Charles is a really cool story because he's using what I'm teaching to run his business the way he wants to. So he still does his own painting, but he only works 3 days a week. He books almost every estimate he does, and he's making $70,000 a year. That's awesome. That's really what business should be about. It's about providing the lifestyle you want. So I just want to walk you through how I teach people how this business works. So this is really all the different sections of the course, but we'll get into them. Really, the course is for 2 types of people. Everyone we went through above, it was either people who didn't own a painting company and they wanted to start one. And that included some people who were already painters, like Seth, who was making $11 an hour and now has paid off all his debt. Or there are people who didn't have any background in painting, like Evan Kaiser, the 19-year-old in Nebraska. He didn't have a background in painting. So this is for people who want to start their company, even if you don't have the background in painting, because what I'm teaching you to do is run a business, not how to paint. I'm going to teach you how to hire great people who know how to paint, and I'm going to teach you what you need to know about paint to run the business. Or it's for people who already own a painting business but want to grow it by applying really proven, successful business strategies. This course will help you start or grow your business from $0 to $750,000 a year in residential painting. Now, I have another course called Team Building that'll help you grow past this, like what Mason and Ron and several others, Bruce, a lot of those people in the $1 million plus range are, doing team building, but you need to build a team to get much past 750. This course will help you get to 750,000 a year though. So a lot of painting contractors out there who are doing 200,000 or 300,000 a year, this will still help a ton. How we do that is I teach people to build this business in 2 phases. Phase 1 is where you build the foundation, and then phase 2 is where you build your team. So in phase 1, you're the one doing everything. You're doing the marketing, the estimates, the sales, the project management, and then the business administrative stuff. But you need to do all of that early on, and you need to get good at all of it, because you can't hire and teach other people to do things that you haven't figured out. So we got to build a really strong foundation built on solid business principles. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to build. You'll have a weak foundation. It's like building a house on sand. We need to have a really solid foundation with the key aspects of the business. But at some point, when you succeed, you're going to run out of time, and then you need to build your team. You need other people to go further. I could not run a $7.5 million company without a team. And I certainly couldn't do it while running this business, while running the marketing company, and still only working about 30 to 40 hours a week. You got to build a team, but we got to do it on top of a good foundation. So this are the 2 steps I teach people to build this business. All of the training course and everything I teach, basically we have training videos for every part of the business, but then we also have done for you systems and documentation. So we'll go over some of the training videos and systems included on the next few slides, but these are all whiteboard videos where I'm teaching a lesson in front of a whiteboard. So like all my other videos, these videos are no bullshit, straight to the point training videos that have simplified the business and made it really, really easy to follow. And along with all the training videos, you'll get the system, script, or document that goes with it. So example, in the initial phone call training video, in the sales section of the course, you'll learn how to set up a winning estimate and how to separate yourself from other contractors before you ever meet the customer. And I'll give you the actual script below the video. So I'm not going to actually go through every single one of these, but this is what's in there. We've got kind of startup and admin and business planning and strategy. We've got estimating and pricing. Then we get into principles for marketing. Then we get into sales. And then we get into production management and overseeing production. And then there's also some business admin. So I'll come back to that in a minute. What you want to know now is there's 2 phases to building the business, phase 1 and phase 2. And that's what I'm going to teach. I'm going to teach it with training videos, and I'm going to give you all the documents to follow. And then we also have this community. So we have over 900 members in our members-only Facebook group. Anytime you have questions at all, you'll always find good answers in the group. And if you need answers from me, you just tag me in the post. I'll make sure you get your questions answered. So phase 1. These are the 5 areas that we need to master. Okay, and the goal of this phase 1 of the business is to maximize results by following proven systems. So we have business planning and strategy. There's the best way to grow a business, and there are bad ways to do it. We want to make sure you have a really solid business plan and a really solid strategy. Your business plan is the actual numbers. It's your financial plan, your marketing plan, your sales plan, your production plan, your profitability plan, and it needs to be mapped out for the year, and you need to be able to track it every week and every month. So we need to make sure we have a plan and a strategy. That's what we're going to start with. This is maybe an hour to 2 hours worth of training, and we'll help you get that plan and strategy in place. Then we have estimating and pricing. I haven't entered here. The slide deck still needs more work. But the big mistake made with estimating and pricing is people use the price to win the job. So they'll lower their price in order to win the job. That's a huge mistake. So we need to make sure that you have your estimating and pricing set up to include all of your costs and expenses, like your painters and your materials, all of your marketing expenses, your overhead expenses. We also need it to include margin for the people you haven't hired yet and profit. So we need to price it to grow, not just for what we need today. And then marketing. Big mistakes made with marketing is blaming marketing when sales should be blamed. So for example, you spend money on marketing, it's not successful, and it's actually not successful because your sales process isn't good enough, but you blame the marketing. But marketing fundamentally, and then the other big mistake is people don't track. their numbers properly, and they don't measure marketing the right way. So anyways, marketing, we've got to get dialed in. This is how you generate potential clients. Sales is how you sell those jobs. So once we have marketing coming in, we're pricing it right. Well, now we need to sell them. We need to sell them at a good price, and we do that with professional sales techniques. So this is part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, and then part 5, project management. So we need to have a really good system for delivering on our promises to customers, making people happy while employing good people. The difference here is, can I manage $20,000 in jobs a week or $50,000 in jobs per week? We want to be able to do 50,000 without sacrificing quality or, employee satisfaction or the success of our subcontractors. So these are really the 5 main pillars of phase 1 that you need to master. And then for those of you who are just starting your business, we also have the startup phase and startup section in the course for brand new businesses and how to get your first job. And really the key is, once you get your first job, it's the same thing for getting your second job, third job, fourth job. And then all of these are, how do we get from 0 to 750,000 a year, or from 0 to about 20,000 a week, following these 5 things, which, by the way, 20,000 a week, you're making about $5,000 in profit per week. Business plan and strategy has some stuff, estimating, pricing, and paint tech. These are just the different modules and trainings in each one. Marketing, professional sales, production process, and then some business admin and some starting up. And then we have team building. This is a separate course, but can be added onto your order. This is where we talk about recruiting. How do you find great people? This is critical. Finding great people starts with designing an offer or a job that attracts great people. And then you need to know, who am I looking for? And then you've got to have a balance between selling the job and making them earn it and qualifying people. So, we go through how to design a good offer, how to write good job posts, how to screen people and save time, interview scripts and outlines, the job post, how we create an employee scorecard, screening, phone call, interview, reference check, final interview, selection criteria, and employment agreements. This will take you years to learn what's in these documents. Onboarding, you've hired the right person. How do we bring them on? What's the first 4 to 6 weeks? Most people don't hire great people because they don't have a good offer, or they don't know how to select people, or they don't attract great people. That's the big mistakes here. If you get lucky and you actually bring on a good person, most people's training is so unprofessional that any good employee would be turned off by it. You need to be super professional with how you onboard and train someone. Most people do a bad job training new employees. This leads to frustration for the employer, and why so many employers say it's hard to find good help. This also leads to frustration for the employee. So, and by the way, this training and onboarding process is all built on the foundation we've created, the good sales systems and production systems and so on. Once we've onboarded someone, now we need to manage people. If you've done the first 2 steps, this part's pretty easy. We put in a good management structure, weekly meeting forms, tracking and updates, disciplinary action and performance improvement plans, holding people accountable, and then ongoing training, which again is built on the foundational systems in phase 1 of the business. So we've kind of got these 2 different options. I'm not going to get into those for right now, because right now we have a Black Friday sale going on until Sunday. So you don't need to worry about these, because this is what it's going to be next year in 2021. There's going to be a basic and a lifetime, and basic is 12 months access. I'm going to stop right now and stop talking. So this is our old slide for commercial. Sorry, I made a mistake here. Okay, so this is the Painting Business Pro course and the team building course. So just wanted to make this video so you could kind of see all of the testimonials, but also how the Painting Business Pro course is set up and designed. All right, so there's a ton in here. And then you will have an opportunity after you purchase the course to add the team building course, which I would highly recommend. It's at a 65% discount if you add it onto your order. And all of this, just to clear this up, all of this is lifetime access. You can ignore this slide. Everything that you buy from me for this Black Friday sale, you'll have lifetime access to. And there's some other bonuses listed on the website as well. I'll put a link below this video on YouTube where you can go over and take advantage of the Black Friday sale, which Painting Business Pro is $500 off. There's also a payment plan available. It's tax deductible. And, buying a TV is really great. A TV is going to rot your brain although I watch TV, and I don't think it rots my brain, but this will actually make you money. You know, watching TV is not going to make you money. This is going to make you money, as demonstrated by these dozens of success stories and testimonials. And I have a whole bunch more, by the way, that I didn't even have a chance to edit, because as you can see, this slide deck is not complete, but here's a bunch of others that I hadn't even got a chance to edit yet. And I could keep going. This is just what we got out of the Facebook group by just looking back through posts over the last year. So these are unsolicited success stories. So if you're running a business or you want to start a painting company, there's literally no better way to do it than this. So now's the best time to take advantage of it during our Black Friday sale, where you can save $500 and get some other bonuses. Click the link below the video or in the email or wherever you saw this to take advantage of that, and we'll see you on one of these slides sometime soon, I hope. I hope you have a great weekend.